Hey you guys, I was doing a time lapse, but I wanted to make sure that you all could really appreciate the beauty of nature. This is Zion. This is a hike that I'm doing. The evidence is in the time lapse. Because you know how people take photographs and say they've hiked, but you don't see any steps, no boots, no gear. I definitely wanted to confirm that I am a hiker. I love to hike. And just being able to share this beauty with you is absolutely phenomenal. Look at those cacti. Wildlife. Oh, I so want a photobomb. Y'all heard that, didn't you? Just ignore them. Just ignore them. Wish you would put her face in this video. I'm just kidding. Well, you know, it's public, so if somebody gets in your photograph, what can you say? But you just exclaim you would purposefully destroy a person's personal capture. Again, look at my feet hiking. So there's some more people coming up here. I'm going down. I've already come up and photographed the summit. But this is what a hike looks like. As you can see, there's no handrails or anything like that. It's just an opportunity for you to pay attention to your surroundings so that you don't fall or get bitten. And some people coming, so I'm going to let them pass. Beautiful, isn't it gorgeous? Okay, let me pay attention. There we go. There are my feet. All right. The sun's getting ready to set. Oops. See, I need to be paying attention. Somebody asked me about walking sticks. I think if I had a walking stick, it'd probably be more of a detriment to me than an asset, because I get a little absent-minded when I'm hiking and distracted. Plus, you know, depending on my purpose for hiking, I think that I would rather be able to, you know, take some photographs or some video footage. And you can't really do that. That's the wildlife from earlier. I need to hurry up. I don't like people walking behind me. I'm always fearful that somebody's going to push me over the edge. Then I'll be dead. And then nobody will find me. Little chocolate drop in the middle of a canyon. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. This records to the cloud. So, yeah, this is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm glad that you all can experience this hike with me. Do you all hike? Do you all do anything for exercise? Like, what do you do? Let me know in the comments. Some more wildlife. I don't want to put them in my video. But he's coming up. It's amazing how people don't have hiking etiquette, or maybe they haven't hiked before. But if you are a hiker, understand that the etiquette is, if you're on a hike and it's narrow such as this, you can see there's a cliff there. There's really only space for maybe 1 or 2 people. What you normally do is you form a single line. The person coming down the trail has the right of way so that you can maneuver So essentially what you do is if you see somebody coming down and you're going up, you just politely stand over to the side and allow them to pass. Now, most humans with good manners will say thank you. Others, they'll just keep going. See how close this is? See where my foot is? Again, you don't want to be two people trying to smush past that little bend, because somebody may end up down there on those vicious rocks. So, and the reason why animals have hooves and people don't is because they can actually maneuver on those rocks. Now, although I have training in classical ballet, still, I'm not trying to do a plie into these canyons. Here's a species, the yellow cryptanthe. I love national parks, and I think it's because I'm a biologist. But I could spend hours in parks looking at the species. And I'm not a botanist, but I do like horticulture. I like all the sciences. P-Chem, physical chem. I love all the sciences. But of course, my love is microbiology, molecular biology, neurology, and the health sciences, the biomedical sciences. But this is just great. Absolutely beautiful. There's some people behind me, so I'm going to let them pass because they're moving kind of fast. I don't want them to startle me. But we're almost at the end, probably maybe 15 more minutes to come back down. But yeah, this is it. It's amazing how the Park Service or whomever has been able to build and, irrigate through this. And, I mean, this is phenomenal. I'm going to let these people, well, no, I don't want them in my video, my feature film. So I'm going to stay in front of that. Goodness. I see that the water has dried up. That means that the snow hasn't melted from, I'm assuming, let's see, maybe the Rocky Mountains or the Tetons. I don't know where this water source is, but it's amazing. I hope you all don't think that I'm being rude because I don't say hello to strangers, but I don't talk to strangers like some people do because they're super friendly, but not me, because you could end up as a statistic. Be talking to people you don't know out here in the wilderness. Next thing you know, you're on the cliff. I keep saying somebody's gonna push me off the cliff, but you just never know with all these microaggressions. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Maybe they don't think that way, right? Well, I think that they don't really acknowledge it, but
That's right. Look at these gorgeous rocks.
and there's no awareness of
Oh God, here we go. Yep. These legs are made for hiking. Yeah, so other than that, what can you say? I get enjoyment being out here in nature. I mean, I love being by myself. I mean, once you've been around. Ooh, see, there I go. Looking at the sky, looking at the ground. About to fall. I don't want to do that. So let me just Pay attention. But anyway, I think I was in the middle of a song. These legs are made for walking. Woo-doo-doo-ba-doo, let's get out. Well, you know, my type of song. Look at all these rocks. You really have to be careful out here in the wilderness. You really do. So earlier, and you have to be quiet if you want to see wildlife. Now, if you want to scare them away, because at certain parts of the day, you don't want to be out here at night. Next thing you know, some sort of wild beast is approaching. But when I say that, what I'm talking about is, if you are interested in seeing some wildlife, like sheep, I just captured some video footage of some sheep. I've been wanting to see these sheep for a very long time. I saw a few on the side of the road when I was driving from Colorado here. And I couldn't stop, but I was like, shucks. Couldn't see him. And this is scat. Y'all see that? That's called scat. And I believe that might be the scat of sheep. It's definitely not deer scat. There's no elk here. So that's what I'm assuming. That it might be from sheep. But I don't know if they'd be this close on the trail. But what I was saying was that if you want to see sheep, you have to be very quiet. Because they did a study actually on wildlife. And what they found is that most wildlife recognize human voices and they run. Human voices and they run. And especially that of children. I mean, I'm scared of children too. But I'm just saying. That's what they did to study. That's what the study was about. I just read about it yesterday. So, driving across country, you have to make sure that you bring your music choices with you. But I've been listening to some good music. Country music is so comical to me because they really can't sing. But those stories are funny. Those stories are funny. And it's almost like that musical talent is absent. But you've got to appreciate the fact that they put those fingers to those guitars and really just, start to play that good music. What else do I like? I like soft rock, like 80s rock, Bon Jovi, Aerosmith, old Steven Tyler. That's Steven Tyler, something else. That's Steven Tyler. That's Steven Tyler. It looks like he can be a handful. So, yeah, sun getting ready to set. Isn't that beautiful? Man, I could just have lunch here. Just sit out here and just chill. But I won't do it. This is almost at the end of the trail. There's no water here. My goodness, they must not have had any rain this season. Or it really hasn't gotten cold yet. And when it gets cold and it snows in the mountains, then that water just trickles down to this desert. So I'm so glad that I had some good food today, some energy food, because I did not have to stop and gather myself. And sometimes I have to do that in high elevation. But I realize that I have to eat iron-rich foods a couple of days before I decide to hike. Spider web. Gotta be careful. Okay, there we go. Gotta be careful with spiders out here because they have poisonous spiders. Last thing you want to do is take one home with you. Get in bed, have your tea. Next thing you know, you feel a prick, and that's it. Okay, so that's it. Here's the street, there's the road, the end of the road. Let me just go to the end. There's some footage I wanted to capture, so I'm going to go back up and take a few photographs of some things I want to take a look at. But anyway, that is the end of this hike. Okay, Zion Watchman Trail. If I go to Bryce, I'll capture that. But this is phenomenal. Nature at its finest. Peace.